So we're going to talk a little bit about the new alert procedures that have come out. This is this came out January 1. So we have a lot of changes now in our alert procedures.
Melody, you're muted.
Okay, some host has muted me. Okay, so
sorry, Melody, it happens when somebody new comes in and I try to get them in and somebody else has already got them in. It moves your mute button to where I was going. I just figured it out. Sorry.
That's okay, no problem.
It was Brad. I told you.
I knew it was.
It was by special request.
Right, yeah, right. I'd like to mute myself too. Okay. So new alert procedures, January 1. And so we're going to highlight some of the differences here. It is by no means an exhaustive presentation of every change that we have. So I would encourage you to go back to our website and read this, I think it's 18-page article on definitions and things like that having to do with our alerts. So we have some pre-alerts now. Players are required to inform their opponents at the beginning of each segment. And saying we play precision is not the pre-alert, okay? We say we open an artificial enforcing club that is, these are the things that we have to pre-alert. The only time we don't have to alert a short club is if we only open with 2 clubs when we are specifically 4-4-3-2 shape. If we, however, are in the habit of opening a short club, we need to let them know that. Also, canapé systems, which means if I open a heart and later bid diamonds, I could be longer in my second suit. If we play that system, you have to pre-alert that. Playing different systems depending on seat and or vulnerability, but this does not apply to no trump ranges only being changed based on vulnerability. That is not a pre-alert. Any artificial opening preempts below the level of 3 no trump. And then something that is no longer a pre-alert is leading low from doubletons. That is no longer a pre-alert required. Okay, what's new in our announcements? One of the biggest changes is we no longer use the term transfer. If our bid, if it's 1 no trump past 2 diamonds and that shows hearts, we just say hearts in our announcement. We don't say transfer. Same with 1 no trump 2 hearts, we just say spades. If we have a pair playing transfer responses, 1 club, 1 heart, if that is actually a transfer to spades, we would just, when they bid a heart, we would just say spades. We don't say alert, we just announce. Same if our double or redouble asks you to bid the next suit up, that would be, we would say what that suit is. We would not say transfer. Also, a major, a heart, a no trump. If you routinely as a pair pass, bypass 4 spades, maybe you play Flannery or something like that. Even if for whatever reason you bypass 1 spade, you need to announce may have 4 spades when your partner bids a no trump, that they may have 4 spades. Also, opening a club or a diamond, which could be short, we now say could be X. So if it can be as short as 1, we would just say could be 1 when our partner opens a club, or could be 2, could be 0. We just say the number instead of saying could be short. Okay. Natural bids, some are now alertable. 2 clubs being natural, this has always been the case that this is alertable, but it still is. Natural preemptive bid if there is an alternate way to preempt in the same suit. So if I open 4 hearts and we play Namyats where 4 hearts is a natural bid, but I also have a way of showing this preempt in hearts by bidding 4 clubs. We have to alert that that 4 heart bid if our partner does that. An opening no trump that is natural, but also based on a long suit. So there's an A-call system that no trump always includes a long suit. You would have to announce that as well. Natural no trump overcall that does not contain at least 14, that's alertable. Direct Q bid of opener's natural suit, you would have to alert that. And jump overcall that shows at least average strength, alertable alert. After a 1 level opening bid, a natural 2 no trump that shows a strong hand. So if it's not unusual for the minors or major minor or something like that, you have to alert to know if it's strong. And then a double raise in response to partner's opening bid showing a forcing raise. This is now an alert. Unless it is specifically invitational, it is an alert. Okay. What no longer requires an alert? After a quasi-natural opening bid, a Q bid is not alertable regardless of meaning. In other words, 1 diamond precision, 2+ diamonds. If they bid 2 diamonds natural, does not require an alert. After an artificial opening bid, a bid of the same suit opened or the suit shown by the opponents, regardless of the meaning, not an alert. There's no alert here. And as far as these definitions for natural, for quasi-natural, these are all listed in our convention charts, which is also on our acbl.org. You just go down and look for convention charts, and you can find it on our website to read about these things. I have the link in this presentation. When it comes out, you'll be able to click on that as well. After a 2-level preempt, a forcing 2 no trump response, regardless of what it means, as long as it's not natural into play, we don't care if it's feature asking, if it's some form of August or modified August or whatever you play over your week 2s, 2 no trump, if it's not natural into play, we don't alert it. Most doubles, including support doubles, are no longer an alert. Someone asked, yes, you're always able to ask for an explanation. All that being said, you should have a reason for asking. Weak jump shifts, no longer an alert. So 1 club, 2 hearts, not an alert. 2 club openers. This is going to probably be a problem in your club at some point, because we have the definition of very strong and we have the definition of strong. And so to be very strong, you have to have at least 20 high card points or at least 14 high card points and be within a trick of game, or 5 control points. And so that's definition of very strong. In these particular examples, this hand doesn't meet the definition of very strong, but it does meet the definition of strong, and clearly it's a lot of tricks. So in basic or basic plus, you have to have a very strong hand to open, by our definitions, to open 2 clubs. You don't have this latitude to open a hand that is just strong by our definition. In the open and open plus, you are allowed to do that, but if you do, each time your partner opens 2 clubs, you have to alert that this could be a hand based on tricks, not necessarily a very strong by definition hand. So you have to alert 2 clubs every time if this is a hand that you would open 2 clubs, if you don't truly meet the definition always of a very strong hand. And again, this is something that players are not going to realize, and you're going to just need to educate them and be patient with your players. Okay. So there are your definitions. Delayed alerts. Currently, while playing online, all alerts are immediately. We don't have delayed alerts. But getting back to face-to-face bridge, there will be delayed alerts. Previously, players were not to alert any bids above 3 no trump after the first round of bidding. This is still true. Additionally, control showing bids should be announced at the end of an auction. So when we are declaring, we should, after the auction is over, explain that 3 spades and 4 clubs in the example were control bids. These are delayed alerts. Some miscellaneous items that now require an alert, unbelievably so, sandwich no trump by a passed hand. So even though we know that this person cannot have a strong no trump when they're a passed hand after it's gone pass, bid on their left, bid on their right, this is now an alert. If you play this as takeout for the other 2 suits, you have to announce that or alert that as sandwich. Opening 2 no trump or overcalling 1 no trump with a small singleton. So there will be many situations which arise that are not covered here in this part of the presentation. First, check your alert procedures, discuss it with your colleagues. And it may be a challenge for you to come up with this, but for now, this is where we are. These are the links for alert procedures. And again, when we send out the recording, we will also send out the presentation. So you will have this information for you.